Hey there, here to share with you 3 things that help our daughters sleep, and also to share with you my suggestions on what to do if you're just desperate for rest in those first few months. So our daughter at 8 months old now is sleeping through the night, sleeps fantastically for naps rather consistently, and we just love it. We swear by it. That's the best way to be. I never want to go back to those 3 hours of sleep at night and up and down and up and down. Just, it's horrible. So if you're in that place, I understand. I'm pretty sure we've all been there, and I'm sorry. So, but first, moving to our daughter's routine. Now at 8 months, we started this about 3 months, 4 months old, and started really pressing her to sleep on her own through the night. So the 3 things that we use is, one is a routine. Excuse me. And her routine is very simple. We can take it anywhere we want, and it's 2.5 minutes long. And all this is going into her room, turning on her fan, and rocking her while I'm breastfeeding her, singing her special song. So this is a song that is not Twinkle Twinkle Little Star. She's not going to hear it at playgroup or on a kids radio show. It's very specific to her. And after we're done with our song, prop her up and burp her a little bit and tell her, hey, time to go good night, and we love you, and set her down in her bed, and that's it. Again, the whole thing takes about 2.5 minutes. Sometimes she cries a little bit, but not often, and she usually settles down at the most after 3 minutes, 2 minutes, and that is the routine. Second thing that helps our daughter sleep, and I referenced it, was the fan. So that's our white noise. Very simple, almost everyone has one in their home. We started out with the highest setting, and since we've dialed it down to the lowest, and I'm pretty sure she could sleep without it, but we have people who we live with in the house, excuse me, who have a dog that might sometimes bark. We also live on the bottom of the house, so even their footsteps are rather loud, flushing toilets, all those little noises. And our daughter's a light sleeper. And the third thing, and I'm sorry to say it for anyone who's in the throes of non-consistent sleep, is time. There's a lot of patience that you have to give your son or daughter, and I would argue the hardest one, at least for me, was patience in her learning how to sleep. It was just a really difficult time. I mean, that was the only time that I've ever felt angry or upset towards my son, or my daughter rather. And so I just really feel for you if you're there. So here are 3 suggestions if you're just in the throes of it and you just need some sleep. These aren't things to necessarily develop healthy sleep habits, but they will steal you some sleep. So the first one, and the one that would be my go-to, is to set yourself up on a recliner or couch or even bed where you can nurse your son or daughter to sleep, or if you're not nursing, then bottle feed them to sleep, and then maybe have some skin-to-skin contact for some extra sleep-inducing. And then at that point, just fall asleep with them. I'm not sure if you're this way, but for me, anytime my daughter was sleeping next to me or on me, I was always extremely aware of her presence. I never had any concern about me dropping her or smothering her into me, or her rolling off and maybe sliding into pillows. Never a concern. I always knew she was there, even while I was sleeping. And then the second thing I would suggest is white noise, but to turn it on like full blast, almost like louder than you think you'd like it. I believe I heard that inside of a womb, they compared that to a shop vac. That level of noise. That's how loud it is inside of your womb. So don't be worried about, overwhelming your child or anything like that. So just full blast. And celestial white noise was our favorite on YouTube. And I believe that runs for about 8 hours. And again, that's celestial white noise, full blast. And the third thing, and this is something that worked inconsistently for us, is a swing. So if you don't have a swing, then don't worry about buying one. I wouldn't waste the $80 or however much they cost. However, if you do have access to one that you can borrow, then try it out, or even one that you can pick up from Goodwill or something like that. However, if you are picking up a swing, I will give you the heads up, look for a 4-point system for keeping them in that swing. We had a 3-point one, so one just like a high chair where it comes up through the crotch and then around the waist, and that was not enough for our daughter. And try the swing, see if they like that swing. And again, it was inconsistent for us, so I wouldn't say that's a sure win, but every child's different. They might love that thing. I hope that gives you some suggestions on how to develop healthy sleep habits, and then also some things to try if you're just in need of sleep and just need an hour or two to rest. And happy sleeping.